My name is Joshua, and I am the Tribune. God has specifically ordered me to call forth and address a very, very, very special people, a special group that He has had His eye on for so long, all of their lives. Now, these people are people who have felt like they have had a mighty call, a mighty, mighty calling and purpose with God, but they actually have nothing to show for it. They have no special talents that anybody can just point out and say, oh my gosh, they're amazing. They're just so talented. You have been hidden for years and years and years and years. Well, this is God's very, very, very special group. He actually is so concerned about this group that He has hid them and kept them away in darkness until this time, when this new era is about to be birthed. Now, when we talk about these people, I want to make sure that I fully address you so you understand why He has placed you into this darkness and He has kept you secluded for so many years and has not allowed you to be seen by the public. Now, this reason is, first, I want to explain the talents and gifts. The reason why you have a mighty calling, you feel it, but you haven't been able to put your finger on it, is because your calling is so mighty that you need to talk to God about it. Your calling and your real gifting is going to be hearing God so well that you become His student in any talent, any gift that He's asking you to do. The reason for this is because His gifts and His talents, the things He's going to ask you to do, are much higher than anything that you see in the world right now. So He refused to allow you to pinpoint anything so that you didn't go learn from the wrong people or learn from the wrong source. He has picked you to specifically come and find you, put His hand on you. And if you're not a Christian, you need to become a Christian as soon as possible. You need to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior so you can hear the Holy Spirit on these matters, because He's going to be teaching you. But He has set you aside for this, and He's going to come find you, and He's going to teach you Himself. He didn't want you going to all these other teachers. He didn't want you learning from the wrong source. So He has specifically set you aside so He can teach you Himself. Now, what better instructor can you have than the Lord of the universe? There is none. So you are a very, very, very valued people, the people I'm talking to today. So I hope that this message answers a lot of questions for you that you've been tormented over for years. Now, many of these people are creatives. Many of them are. So I'm really focused on the creative people for this, because God is actually going to be coming to find you to give you new creativity. He's going to teach you how He wants you to create. He's going to teach you how He wants you to put things together. He's going to teach you principles and instruct you in ways that make sense to you, but are so foreign, a blend of principles, that what you create from those principles will be astounding. First, to you, you will be shocked. So this special group of people, you have to understand that it is imperative for you to be able to hear the Holy Spirit. It's important for you to be able to be very sensitive to what He's asking of you in all areas. It starts with doing things that you might not like I actually addressed in my last message. It will start with dealing with yourself, certain things. Through these things that God's going to actually start dealing with you on, you need to be obedient, because what He's taking you to is a place of intimacy with Him so that you can hear Him on very, very important matters. You are His special generals. You are the leaders You are people who you're going to hear anything he wants and you're going to be able to implement it. This is why you couldn't be locked into a special talent, because you are going to be the jack of all trades. You're going to have many talents, and all of them are going to center on your relationship with God. So what he did is he actually was not going to allow you to get tainted. And I'm not just talking about morally. I'm talking really about philosophies and ways of thinking and creating that are beneath him and beneath you. So what he did was he didn't let certain things work for you. He didn't let you fit anywhere. He didn't let you have great enough talent that it could put you anywhere to fit in with something that was beneath you. These people are very, very valuable. So this message is not only to call you forth, but to explain why your life has been how it is, why you have been tormented over feeling like you have some kind of great mission to accomplish that you really can't touch. And to help guide you through the process of listening to God and getting a relationship with Jesus Christ so that you can step into who he's always called you to be. This has been the missing piece for you. Now, it's extremely important to understand that these people, you are governors. You are not meant to necessarily specialize how you're used to seeing in a certain niche. What you're specialized at and what you're going to master is hearing God and hearing his principles on whatever your sphere is that he's going to be talking to you about. So you can oversee a lot of things. So you can manage things how he wants. Because he needs people who can understand many different kinds of talents. Because in this coming era, he is stripping away many of the people who are currently governing these areas. And he is replacing them with you. He's replacing them with the people who are willing to go through the process and come way higher and move forward how he wants it to be. So it's very important to understand why this has been like this for you. So what do you do when you realize you're one of these people? You're in this elect group of special generals that are overseers. You need to go to God and bring the things that you have to him. Any desires, any fears, any torments, any forms of anger, dissatisfaction with the world, with yourself, with people around you. It doesn't make a difference. The reason why you need to bring all these things to him is because he has put these things in your heart and sometimes allowed you to even get to these points for a reason. Because a lot of the times he wants you to feel how he feels on the matter. And he's allowed you to be uncomfortable in these areas so that you can bring it to him and he can teach you why you're uncomfortable with it. So, with this special group of people, you have to really, really, really understand that he is expecting you to be close in relationship with him. This is your foundation. There is no other foundation. because they're His plans that can only be done by talking to Him. So when you're moving forward in this way, you have to understand that you're not going to master one specific thing. You don't want to get too detailed on one thing, because even if it's a passion of yours, you remember you have to go to God first and see how detailed does He want you to get in that thing. Because He might have 20 of those things for you. So as you're moving forward with God and He's teaching you what He has planned for you, what He has for you to oversee at it could be any degree. You need to sit with Him and make sure you don't go too far into it or too shallow. Because there's a reason why He expects you to know this gauge. Because He's going to teach you how to manage your energy. He's going to teach you how to manage your focus. He's going to teach you how to master the kinds of principles that you need to master for your specific assignment. For these people, it's very important to make sure that you are not dabbling in Satan's stuff and enjoying it too much. Now, I say too much because there are things that Satan's entertainment has that could be clean and good story, for example, good movie. But if you start worshiping that thing and thinking it's the best thing ever, then you cannot come higher. And you certainly shouldn't be involved in filthy stuff. Filthy music, filthy movies, filthy television shows, nasty music, sinful visuals. You cannot be involved in this because all those things taint your hearing. And that is your absolute foundation. Hearing with God. So the reason God has kept you away and locked away in a dark place is because you have a specific time period that you're going to be coming forth. So you're going to need to prepare as soon as possible. Because He has commissions in His hand for you. He has a time period. He has a strategy to bring you forth. This brings me to the next point, is preparation. This absolutely is going to take preparation. And this preparation can only be done with Him. It can only be done with the Creator of the universe, because He has certain things for you that only He can talk to you about. And through your preparation, you need to understand that He really only needs you to follow His instructions. That's it. You just need to follow His instructions. You will see the picture come together as you move forward with Christ. And you need to make sure you're very meticulous on remembering these principles that He's giving you. Because these are things these principles, He's going to ask you to remember them so that you can implement these principles in the areas that He wants in the future. Again, you are an overseer, a special type of general. You need to be very comfortable not having a specific talent that everybody just can see right on you right away. The reason why you need to be comfortable with that is because if you're an overseer of something, you don't need any specific talents other than wisdom and understanding and knowledge and God's judgment and God's insight and God's power and obedience to the Father. This is what you need. So you need to pray for wisdom. But these people, this group, is very powerful. Even if you haven't even started the process yet, you're already very powerful. Because you have been patient, even though it's been crazy hard and very difficult and excruciating, tormenting. You've been through the process of waiting. But now it's time to come forth. First, you need to present yourself to the Father. Do not think about presenting yourself to people yet. Present yourself to the God of the universe. Now, this is for people, again, who have been burning with passion, knowing that they have something important to do, but they can't find it. And the reason why they can't find it isn't because they're not gifted. It's because their gifts are invisible to other people. So they actually have been around a lot of people, and they know, wow, there's something different about this person, but they haven't been able to point it out to you. Even when you were younger, they couldn't point it out to you because only God can point this out to you. This is what He's going to teach you. He's going to teach you about yourself. You need to start knowing yourself. He's going to go back in your past and explain things of why you like certain things, why you're attracted to certain things you're attracted to, why you had certain problems, why the enemy attacked you in a certain way. These are all very, very valuable. This information is crucial to understand about yourself because nobody can explain it to you because you're one of these people. So overall, I want you guys to understand that the people I'm talking to, He has actually preserved for His own molding. This is why you're so important. He refused to allow you to get tainted. And I mean tainted as in getting comfortable someplace. He refused to let you understand yourself without Him. He refused to let you pinpoint a talent because you were shooting too small. This is a favor that He's done for you. Because now is the time where you're going to start understanding why you have been how you have been, and why you are how you are, and why your life is how it is, and exactly where He's placed you. And the time that you're about to step into, you're going to have full understanding about it. Your life is going to make sense now. So I hope that this message speaks to that place that you couldn't explain to anybody else. That if you would have told them, they would have thought that something was wrong with you, that you're very confused or you're crazy. My last thing that I need to say to these people in this segment is when God speaks to you, know that He is not biased. Everything is His. He will be taking principles from things that you might be very shocked at. You would think God would never use this principle from this source. He might be coming to you and telling you something that is so ridiculous. And in fact, it's almost a guarantee that He will be coming to you telling you ridiculous things that you can't tell anybody about because they wouldn't understand it. And if they did understand it, they would never believe that He's talking to you about that. It wouldn't make any sense to them. This is done by design. It's absolutely on purpose because it's not for them to understand. It's for you to understand. So you should be looking for a vision that He's going to bring to you that is totally unbelievable. There's no reference for it. You know you don't have the skill for this thing. You know that you look around and it looks like it cannot be done. This is what you people, the people I'm talking to today, are going to be exposed to. Do not be concerned about the how. Do not be concerned about the why and why is it happening like this, or why aren't you telling me this or that, and you're not giving me this detail and that detail. Don't be concerned about any of that. Throw all that stuff in the fire. The only thing you need to do is listen to God. Make sure you're in a relationship with him so he can tell you exactly what you need. The reason why God called me to do this message for you is because he doesn't want this group to be confused and think that when I'm talking, I'm only talking when I'm talking about commissions and all these, this giant purpose and God's reassigning and all these things. He does not want this group to think that I'm only talking to talented people who you can see, oh, they're so talented. No, he's not. His very special group is the people that I'm talking to today who don't see those kind of talents that everybody else is celebrating right now. He did not want you to feel left out, because you're absolutely not left out. I would argue that you are the most valuable. You are the ones that he has kept his hand over and saved for something very special, so much so that he would not even allow you to be revealed. The things that God holds most precious, he doesn't reveal until a certain time. He keeps them hidden. And people who just want to assign this to themselves and just say, "Oh, that's me." Well, make sure that you go to God about that, because this also comes with a certain amount of weight. So the people who I'm talking to, they know exactly who they are. They don't have to wonder. If you have to wonder if you're this kind of person, then you're really not. Because not too many people talk about these kind of people. They don't address these kind of people. You don't hear it. But the reason why God is now addressing these people through me is because he is taking a flashlight and saying, "Come forth." He's coming to find you. This message is him saying, "Come forth. I need to talk to you. It's time. It's time to build. It's time to grow. It's time to understand. Get a relationship with God." Make sure that you take this message very seriously, whoever you are. Don't worry about any of the other foolishness. Just get to know the Father. Your relationship is key. That's my very, very, very highest point. Your relationship with him is absolutely key. That's all you need. There's nothing else. He will teach you everything you need to know. He will walk you through it step by step. He is your best friend. He will become your highest family member. Because he will be with you in ways that nobody else can be with you, and speak into you in ways that nobody else can speak into you. So value your relationship with him. This is the key. He adores and loves you guys. This is why he's hidden you. Hail Jehovah.